It's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and we have a 1968 Jeep Wagoneer. I'm going to take it for a quick drive, show you around this thing. The engine starts with turning the key. The transmission shifts beautifully. It's got power steering. It steers perfectly straight. Like I kind of hold my finger up there in the video and show you. Really easy to steer. The guys in the shop tease me every once in a while. A couple times a year I get something in and I say, I wish I could keep this. So I'm not even touching the steering wheel. I'm braking right now. Just want to show you that it's nice and straight, not pulling to the left or right. It's a nice straight braking vehicle. And man, this thing drives so easy. I mean, like a Cadillac as far as power steering is concerned. I mean, just super easy. The fuel gauge and temp gauge do work. Now I haven't seen the temp gauge move much, but I haven't driven it a lot, so much that I'm getting it super hot either, so. It sounds like it's got a little bit of an exhaust leak. Sounds like it's coming from down here. Shut the engine off. So according to the previous owner, the engine actually has only about 2,000 miles on the rebuild. It's beautifully detailed out, and as I take a look at it, you just can see that all the seals are done and everything. Heater's hooked up correctly, and the heater does work. Power steering, as I said, power brakes. Underneath the hood here, while I've got it up, just appears to be, I know the difference between the background and there, but just appears to be a really nice, clean, pretty much rust-free hood. If you really tiny little spot of rust right here, being super picky about it, but it looks like overall this is a pretty solid truck. I've been really happy with it. I just love these vehicles. I'm falling in love with these old four-wheel drives so easily. Overall, a pretty straight body, and overall a pretty rust-free body. A couple of tiny spots, but very minimal. Obviously, you can tell the paint is spotty. One of the things that the previous owner did is paint the top and the top, you know, the hood and the top. So that's got, and that was done a couple of years ago. You know, not an awesome job. The top looks awesome. No dings or dents. Really nothing that looks, you know, well, I'm always looking for stuff that looks like hail damage or anything like that. So for the most part, pretty clean. Is a little, but there, actually that just wiped off. Maybe one tiny little ding there and there, nothing major. There's a little dent here in the hood that looks like it probably could be popped out pretty easily. Get down there with the camera, you can see right there. Going down the body and getting real picky with it, it's a small dent here behind right above the bumper. And this is the one rust spot that's standing out to me on the whole truck. Little rust hole there, and right below it be a real easy clean up. Easy to clean up. Bottoms of the doors here look good. Passenger side front door and rear door. You can tell that a little body work was done here and just didn't get sanded perfectly. whenever something was touched up there. The rear quarters were rusty when we got it, and I had my welder. We got factory rear quarter replacements from Jeep, and so these is brand new steel down here now. So we replaced that with new steel and just did a little quick touch-up paint. I think that this vehicle deserves, you know, a restoration at some point. You could drive it just like it is, but I think it could deserve a restoration. So we didn't want to blast it down. I wanted to pass this along to the next person, you know, at a really fair price, and let them do the, you know, the restoration on it. So bottom of the gate back here looks clean. Hinges look good, rust free again. A little bit of rust here, spot here on the tailgate. I mean, on the rear bumper. And I believe that rear bumper is available, of replacement parts available for it. Coming around to this side, there's some point a long time ago somebody backed into something here. So this piece of trim has got a couple dents in it and goes back to the body right there. Like I said, top on this side as well, in really good straight condition. So it doesn't, this looks original. It doesn't appear anything's ever fallen on the top or anything like that. Of course, these are, you know, four-wheel drive Jeeps, so, you know, there's a good possibility it's been driven off-road at some point, or, you know, maybe on a farm or something. Same on this side, brand new steel. Driver's side rear door and front doors look good. And, you know, I just try to take my time on these videos. I know sometimes they go a little long, but I'm just trying to be really thorough. And we did just wash it, so there's a few little spots where paint, water's dripping off. Same over here, you can tell there's a little bit of probably old body work that was done there on that side. All four of the original hubcaps are on the vehicle, and I'm not 100% positive, but according to the previous owner, this very well may be 24,000 original mile truck. It's kind of crazy, but it's got 27,570, and on the odometer it doesn't appear to have ever been rolled over. And one of the things that I'm looking at is this looks like the original old bias ply tires from a long time ago. Those are not new bias ply tires. Those were put on long enough ago, and that had to have been quite a time ago. I believe 3 out of the 4 tires are matching bias ply, old school, and then this front one here is a radial and it's new. So going to the inside, all of the parts are here. Window rolls up and down easily. A little squeak there, I suppose, but, you know, all the glass appears to be in good condition. One of the things I really appreciate is that, you know, inside everything seems to be working. So you've got the wipers, they work, the lights work. Right here, if you can hear the fan turn on, it sounds like there might be a little leaf in there. It is fall, but the fan's working great. The rear window, when I picked this truck, when I picked this Jeep up like 2 weeks ago, the rear window was going up and down, so it could just be a fuse. It was going up and down beautifully. I just hit the switch and it's not working. Horn does work. This appears to be the original dash. That just blows my mind that that's in, you know, that good a condition. Original radio, everything, uncut dash. So this is a big thing that's important to me. The Jeep could use a carpet kit on the interior, and the front seat could stand to be recovered. It's got a hole here. It's covered by a blanket now. You can see that it's coming apart. So the back seat, same thing. Original door panels are all present. Windows roll up and down. Back seat appears to be in, you know, for original condition, pretty good shape, but it's a little dingy. If it was my Jeep, I'd put brand new carpet in it and recover the front and back seats. This is all original back here, the original ashtray. And same on the other side, the door panels and all these parts are present. If I was going to personally keep this Jeep, oh, by the way, sorry, I keep starting to say that, and then this headliner is original and it looks freaking awesome. If I was personally going to keep this Jeep, I wouldn't put a ton of money into making the paint look awesome. I'd do a, you know, what we call a scuff and shoot to make it look presentable. I'd put new carpet in it and recover the seats, and I'd drive this thing. You know, fix the exhaust leak on the engine. You can hear the lifter knocking in there a little bit. That may have been from old break-in oil. We just changed the oil on it. So the previous owner sold this vehicle because his wife was diagnosed with cancer and he needed to let the truck go. So, you know, we picked it up, basically offered to help him sell it. I mean, I purchased it from him. So wanted to fix a little bit of the rust in it. I saw the major rust was those two rear panels where we've already replaced. Because other than that, one of the things that really impressed me about this Jeep was when I got up underneath it, how clean and rust-free it is. Looks, there's one tiny little spot right there I didn't see before, at the bottom of the door. But this is what really impressed me. This is the original floor pans, original body to cab mounts, and they're not even crusty. I mean, I do this all day long, every day for 8 years. Those look original and still almost look new, except for being dirty. That's what these are the kind of things that I'm looking at that say, what would make me think that maybe this might actually be 27,000 original miles. Look at the frame, in fantastic condition. Fuel tank. I mean, just beautiful. The rockers under here, all rust-free. I mean, sure, there's some surface rust, but there's no holes. It's in wonderful condition under here. That's the most important thing to me when I'm buying a Jeep. I'm looking for, what does the underneath look like? A couple spots right there. Little tiny spot right there. Probably could have cut that off and wouldn't have even seen it. Trying to let the camera adjust there for you. It's not really wanting to. But I'll come back here so you can see underneath the back. Same thing. I mean, look, original trunk pan. Oh my gosh. I mean, this thing's in awesome condition. You know, paint can be fixed easily. Upholstery can be fixed easily. So you can see where we cut out the rust there. We did not put new inner rear quarters in. Just cleaned it up as best we could. And it looks good. It doesn't look bad at all. This is the new quarter I mentioned earlier. The rest of this was worth just leaving alone. I mean, like, look at how clean this is. You know, like I said, paint can be purchased not too expensive. Upholstery, you know, honestly, you know, a decent paint job, driver quality paint job for $1,500, 2,000 bucks, maybe $1,000 in 2-seat covers and a carpet kit. And this Jeep would look like $1 million bucks. Transmission shift's perfect. I have the drive shaft for the front for the 4-wheel drive. It's not on right now. It was taken off to be reconditioned, and I do have it, and it's just in the back in the trunk space. I want to show you too. Just, you know, when somebody says, "Hey, we just rebuilt the engine. Look at this transmission and how clean everything is underneath here." That doesn't look like somebody just took a rattle can and sprayed under here to try to detail. It looks very clean. So I'm going a little long here. Sorry, like I told you, I'm kind of in love with it, and I want to just be super thorough because I know that somebody out there watching this video, this is the vehicle they've been looking for. Nice solid body, a few little spots of, you know, of body work, and not too much money. Here's another thing, put some matching tires on it. I was wrong, sorry. The rear tires are bias ply. Looks like the 2 front tires have been replaced and they're new radials. They look pretty much brand new and have brand new tread on them. So, you know, put matching tires on the back and just drive it like it is. I mean, it's a cool truck. I have driven it a few times, and everywhere I go, people always stop me and ask about it. They want to take pictures with it. They think it's cool just the way it is. So, PeachtreeClassicCars.com. Give us a call.